Being short sucks. Trust me.
I would like keep you as like a close friend, but
Did I just get friend zoned for being short?
Being someone 5'6" on a good day, I'm gonna tell you exactly how being short in this world changed my entire perspective of not only myself, but how it made me very different for my own life.
Would you date someone my height?
if I like to, I guess.
So let me tell you a story when I was roughly 14 or 15 years old. I had this huge crush on a girl. She seemed interested in me, and back then I had no balls. So what I did was I went to my other friend, was like, hey, what does that girl think about me? She came back to me one day, looked really disappointed, and she was like, hey, that girl thinks you're really cute, but she also thinks that you're too short. I went home and cried for several days, and I was depressed for the next 3 to 4 months. That was me when I was 15 years old. I am 30 years old now. I was under the pretense of that if I was not 6 feet tall, 6'2", my life was over in terms of the dating world and overall being a short dude.
Up and
They
just
definitely have to put more effort in, I'd say. I mean, I don't know. You have to show that you're a really great person, for example.
First, we need to come to the harsh reality, to have the most objective truth that we can about heightism and why being short absolutely is more difficult in life. Now in the world of meeting people, one of the most go-to methods of dating is using apps. But the harsh reality of this is that most girls, or whoever you're into, puts their height to at least 5'11", 6 foot. So all of us short kings out there don't even get seen on the radar, which means less matches and less likely that we're going to have our confidence boosted. If anything, it is a huge decrease. Women prefer men that are taller than them. So one, they feel protected. They don't want to feel like the masculine one in the relationship, and they don't want to feel like someone's mother. Where ABC actually did this little social experiment where they had a double mirror and they lined up a bunch of dudes that were 6 foot tall and dudes that were 5'4". Each of them had their role and occupation, and they put the shortest dude, he was a surgeon. And guess what? The average dude that was 6 foot tall and just labeled as a gym teacher was mostly chosen by the women, and they found them much more attractive. But as slowly as they gave this shorter dude much more accolades and skills, he is really good with kids. He is a well-renowned author. He is a brain surgeon that is super wealthy. Then the women's choices slowly moved towards the shorter dude.
Picked this fellow, we told them he'd been unemployed for 2 years, but that our David was a chief surgeon.
I guess it would be David for me.
Which is a good example of the normal population when you take a normal distribution. What it means is that if you're a short dude, yes, it is more difficult, more challenging, but the more status that you have, the more likely you are to attract other women. But you have to understand the harsh reality of this is just based on the attraction front, very on the physical, primalistic, face-to-face. But now going into the future, what you want to realize is, especially as I'm getting older, is that it's just not the exterior of the car, it's also about what's under the hood. The ironic thing is, with the recent woke movement and social justice warriors, we're on the lines of body positivity.
Could you imagine if the cover of Men's Health had an enormous fat guy with his gut hanging over his belt, and people were saying the new standards of attractiveness for men have been changed by Mike, who just drinks beer and eats cake.
But the most people that also support body positivity also have heightism, right? The judgment based on someone's height. At least when it comes to having more curvy people in magazines and accepting the body at the way that it is, the always hilarious part of me being a short guy about that is that, hey, you choose what you eat. You can change your weight. You can change your curviness. You can change your overall shape by diet and exercise and discipline. Guess what with height? I'm born with that. I cannot change that fact. And to have that fact be solely judged on my own character and my own rejection because of that, is that really body positivity? So Peter, that's really cool. I'm still a short dude, really depressed, man. I get rejected by girls and I can't, life's over. No, here is what you do with these principles. First is amor fati. That basic principle states that you accept one's own fate. Why do you go against the fact that here are the cards you dealt with? Why are you trying to be like someone else? Why is the rejection of women, especially the women that you're going after, basing on their judgment of your own height? Is that the people that you want in your life? Nothing against them, don't take it personal, but for me, being short is a filter, especially when it comes to romantic relationships.
If a girl is only interested in you because of your height, then that's not the girl you want to be with.
It's all about reframing your mindset. What can you do about it? Besides getting limb lengthening surgery, where they literally cut the bones and your femurs so you can grow and be 6'1" or whatever, has dangerous repercussions. And the most fact that people do that is so that they can seem more attractive in societal norms. But the very downfall of that is that you are basing your own self-worth on external validation still.
Got the second Rick camera right here. This is what we're working with.
To deny your own reality of what you have to work with is insanity. To constantly be wishing, hey, if I was 6'2", my life would be so much easier. Yes, it was. And if you go on dating apps and put your profile to 6'2", I guarantee you'll get 50 times more matches. But that's just the hard truth and the hard pill that you need to swallow as a short dude. Which goes into the next step, self-growth, self-love, self-worth. All these hippie woo-woo terms, it's like once you embrace that, it's essentially inner confidence. What you're doing is you are letting the world point fingers at you and tell you, hey, this is who you are. Well, guess what? Someone who's confident, it's the other way around. It's, here I am world. This is who I am. And I define who I am. Rewind that and listen to that again.
Someone my height.
If I liked you, I guess. Probably.
So growing up into my teenager years and my early 20s, the more I loved myself, the more I had more confidence in myself. The more dates I went, the more I attracted the right people. And overall, the more that I started to present myself authentically to the world. Because if you actually reverse engineer every single one of your insecurities, whether it's height or whatever, you're looking for the approval of someone because you're looking for a partner, right? You don't want to feel rejected. You don't want to feel left out. Oh no, I'm going to be alone forever because of X, Y, and Z. Short Kings, we are in this together. And you're like, okay, Peter, what do you know about dating? Do you have any success? What makes you so confident in all this? I looked up to people that, with the likelihood of in this day and age with the internet, you have people that gave me confidence, that I took their advice when I was going through a down moment, right? You have people like Timothy DeLaGhetto. You're like, oh, he is 5'3". Look at him, look at his partner, and overall, he has the confidence of someone that is 6'5". Even though he is only 5'3", he fills up a room with his personality. Oh, look who it is. Kevin Hart.
Just knocked out this special collaboration with the man himself. What's good? What's up, dog?
How are you, man? Yo, I just saw something. Turn it back to you.
Yeah.
And then go back to me.
Uh-huh.
I'm taller than somebody.
I mean...
Can you see the fact that you attract the people that you inside think that you are worth? If you think that you don't deserve anybody, guess what? You're going to put that on the world? That's exactly what's going to happen to you. You want to walk around like you own this shit. You own who you are. And you being short should not be the sole factor that someone rejects you. I've dated people that were my height, a little taller. I've found some people even way taller than me still into me. It comes down to who you are and how you present yourself. Do you feel confident? Do you look confident? Do you dress confident? Do you love yourself to the point where it's like, I don't need anybody in my life to seek their approval? That energy radiates, bro. There's plenty of fish in the sea. And if you are a short dude, it's not the end of the world. Promise you. I promise you. Although it might be a little bit more challenging if you look at the normal distribution curve, you look at like, here's the average height of all males, here's the females, right? You're looking at the first and last quartiles. But it is not the end of the world, and I trust Trust me, there is someone out there in the world for you that will accept you for exactly who it is that you are. So you can never, ever let someone point fingers at you and make you feel bad, right? Do I walk around and feel confident 1000% of the time? No, right? There are days where I feel hella insecure, but there are days where I'm in boss mode because I know my worth and it takes a lot of time and I'm constantly chipping away at my own approval, not other people's approval. So I hope this video gave you that little spark that you need, or maybe my own confidence that I need so I can rewatch this to realize that, hey, it's a lot trickier, right? But it's not the end of the world. I promise you. I promise you. You're watching Broke the Habit, where we break your own habits that you have accrued so you can be a better person. Follow me on Instagram at BTHPeter, and see y'all in the next one. Broke the Habit. Cheers, guys. I think, I don't know, I might need a new tagline, but see y'all in the next one. Deuces.